The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
Oh, Expedition. That's right. I remember now.
Oh, and then we ended with, the Expedition was posted up on the board, and I assume that's how.
Yes.
I assume that's our ticket on out to Fluvius, though.
No, it's just a large...
Knowing you, it could very well just be a ticket to some other place.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Andrew himself, and with me here, totally not consuming cough drops like it's a problem.
It's me, Muhammad. I'm not consuming cough drops like it's a problem. Because the last time I had a really serious cough was about 5 months ago. If I'm doing math right, 4 months ago? 4 months ago.
I think these things, I've quickly noticed, and maybe this is just because it's the first thing that pops into my head, but with me here is something. That something is usually related to me. And,
yeah, no, you've been doing that for the past few episodes, and I was
I've
wondering if you'd ever
while.
catch on to it.
Yeah, it only just dawned on me right now.
It's almost like you take the time in our intro to kind of just project. Which, I mean, like, it's like, hey, if that's what you need to do, I'll support you all the way, but also, please don't project things onto me.
And with me here is a guy who wishes he was 5'10". What?
Actually,
I think both. I think both.
Yeah,
of us
I wish I was 5'10". Excuse you. Okay, now that's just mean.
Hey, we're both in the same boat.
Whoa.
What do you mean, whoa?
Whoa. We are not the same height. Excuse you.
We're not, but both of us wish to be 5'10".
If I was 5'10", I don't know if people would notice that much of a difference. People would. Anyways,
I don't know. The people definitely notice for me. Anyway, welcome to Short King Stand Up. I'm your host, Andrew himself, and today,
I look. I can't appropriate that. Like, you can't call me that. Like, that's just that feels like appropriation, and I'm not here for it.
All right, welcome to Short King Stand Up. I'm your host, the actual Short King.
There we go.
And with me here is a regular guy.
Yeah, just your average Joe.
Yep. Speaking of average Joes, your Kyle is not. He's been doing. He's what level is Kyle? Sorry.
28.
Kyle's 28 with a lot of ish going on. So right now, that not only is that quote old right now, that quote's gonna be old when this episode comes out. So welcome, Not a Scratch. Kyle's been going through some stuff, but maybe there's some bright spots on the horizon.
Potentially.
If you would like to introduce last time on Not a Scratch, the glimmer of hope that Kyle has of plot progression, which has not been a thing for the past like 3 or 4 episodes.
Well, I'm sorry. I checked my class schedule, and it's not history class yet.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. First, we have to do. I was gonna say stand up. That's not a thing. That's a business thing. We have to do stand up. Sure. Me present.
So how about that airplane food?
Muhammad? Muhammad, are you present? Are you in class? He's not in class. I bet he's with the guy who had an excused absence. Let me see where I can get it. Aha, his permission slip here. And so we're unfortunately not available with us for this episode. Currently hiking.
That seems really tame.
I think he's calmed things down. He's did a lot of airplanes, a lot of flights.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna ask this once, and then I'm gonna ask no follow-up questions.
Mm-hmm.
When you just say he's hiking,
mm-hmm.
Is there some like critical detail you're leaving out? Like perhaps the location of the hiking? Or the altitude of the hiking?
High.
Or the risk involved in said hiking? Or whether it can even still be called hiking?
At what degree angle is hiking no longer hiking?
I don't know if it's a slope thing or if it's a like technique / risk level thing that differentiates a hike from like rock and or mountain climbing. I have no idea.
Gotcha. This is bordering on that.
Just bordering on that? Interesting.
Bordering on that. I think it depends. This is in that gray area of like human interpretation. I think for some people this could be considered rock climbing. One source kind of comment to us is hiking.
Okay. All right.
Nevertheless,
well, I'm less concerned.
Yeah. Nevertheless,
I mean, what? I was
hiking.
never worried.
Yeah. No. What? No. Sorry if occasionally the episode seems somewhat split apart. If you guys go way back in the Discord, you'll notice I talk about a cough. That's now. there's a timeline for you folks that are members of the Discord.
Have fun scrolling back to 2022.
Yeah, just keep we go all the way up from there.
But don't go too far. Then you'll end up in when I had the cough, and I say when I had the cough. I hope you don't have the same cough I had, but
I'm almost positive it's actually no. I'm very positive it's not.
Okay.
So that's a good sign. Anyway, yeah. So we're currently hiking in an undisclosed location. I think he's doing a research for one of his company-wide products right now. So why he has to hike for that, not 100% sure. But I tend not to ask questions because then I learn answers. That's a roll call completed. Time for history. Mohammed, take it away.
We did things with the people and tried to go to the place, or rather, we talked to people to try and do things to go to the place, but we weren't ready to do the things to go to the place, so we did other things with the people, and then we went to sleep, and then we woke up, and everyone was like, whoa, we're doing a thing, and I was like, we're doing a thing, or Kyle was like, Kyle wasn't even like, we're doing a thing, Kyle was just thinking, oh, we're doing a thing, and the thing is to go to the place, and we don't know about the people that are going to be going to do the thing to go to the place, but we're going to be going to the place to do the thing, or rather we're going to be doing the thing to go to the place, because the thing we want to do at the place is not the thing that we're going to do.
So this sounds like somebody that read the spark notes for a book and then forgot the major characters' names.
Yes.
And so went from there,
and the major character names, the major everything about the setting of the book.
Yeah.
Anything
specific to the book.
Detail, like literally all of it. But
I feel like this. Yeah.
Tell me it's not accurate.
That is pretty accurate. Not gonna lie.
Like it's
granted,
to a T. I know it's to a T accurate.
Well, yeah, you lived through it, but.
Well, I mean, I didn't. Last I checked, I don't have a tail.
If you want to check out the previous episode, honestly speaking, it's one of those episodes that sort of resets things before starting a new plot point, and the new plot point is about to be introduced as soon as we do the thing. Anything to add, Mohammed, about specifics or general not-a-scratch stuffs?
I mean, we did all the things before we do the thing, and now it's time for us to do the thing, so I guess we'll just do the thing.
So without further ado, let us do the thing. Editing me is going to be so confused when going through this episode, and the fact that I don't say the thing. And just
Yeah,
be like, where is it?
I thought you were going to say the thing, but you didn't say the thing. So we didn't actually do the thing.
We didn't do the thing. Well, I mean, we did the thing.
You said we'd do the thing, but we didn't do the thing.
Oh, well, I guess
so we can't actually start the episode until we do the thing. Oh, there. Yeah.
That's
you've implied that we did the thing. But...
Yeah. No, this entire episode is out
Say the line, Anirudh.
Let's dive on in.
Yeah!
So, where we last left off, Kyle woke up early in regular time in the morning, came downstairs and noticed everyone crowding around the bulletin board, but there was only one thing on the board. Expedition.
Dun dun dun.
I'm almost positive that's the word I used, but if
that
not,
is the word you used. Expedition.
All right, sweet then. Expedition. Dun dun dun.
Can you tell it's been? Actually, wait, it has been a week and a half.
Yeah, it's slightly longer. No,
it's been a week and a half.
Yeah, slightly longer than normal, is what I meant to say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Kyle, with how much information would you know about guilds and expeditions itself? Because while you've been a member of various guilds for various periods of time,
I have not yet seen an expedition.
You've not seen, you haven't seen, heard.
But also, has this timeline's Kyle been taught all of that so far?
Both Kyles would have the same information when it comes to expeditions. If I mentioned it in the old timeline, I mentioned it in the new timeline.
Well, you didn't mention it in the old timeline. So.
Then you've heard, you know what the word means. Does that help?
I mean, vaguely. I mean, Kyle is. I feel like Kyle was kind of primed for this because Kyle knew that Adam was going to pull some strings to make a thing happen that would send him out to Fluvius.
Right.
And it seems like expedition is something that's like, a relatively longer distance, relatively longer term project. And it seems like the exact kind of thing that you could pull some strings to make happen. So I feel like Kyle has an idea of what's going on, but he doesn't know any specifics.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Although without even looking at the bulletin, or without even looking at is there anything specific on the bulletin board, or is it literally just expedition?
No, it looks like a message from Echo saying that an expedition has been announced.
And are there any details about the expedition or no?
No, it just says meeting time, which is in a few minutes, actually.
Oh, okay. So Kyle's going to go into this meeting time knowing, I feel like this expedition is going to go there, but that's it. He doesn't actually know the specifics of an expedition or what he's going to be expected to do, but he has a feeling that the expedition is going to go there and he's going to be on it. And he'll be allowed to bring along the Wigglytuff guy. The
one Wigglytuff dude,
just that
guy.
He's going to be allowed to bring along that random Wigglytuff. So.
Right, that's just kind of been here and vibing and also like semi-productive.
Also, wait, no. Kyle did mention, Zendoran's going to be traveling there. So,
Yeah, you mentioned that you're. I don't think you officially said it this way, but you sort of implied like, hey, my big task is just make sure Wigglytuff doesn't get lost.
No, I didn't even say that. I just said, my friend that I've been traveling with, my friend that I arrived into town with is actually heading out in that direction. And I feel like it would be cool if I could also, if there was anything where I'd be able to also travel in that direction. If not, it's cool, but if so, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Haven't implied that my primary objective is to stay with the team that is outside of the team, and haven't even implied it. I don't think.
Yeah, I think so. That's pretty accurate. So the meeting itself is actually going to be taking place in what is effectively your cafeteria room. So I assume you head there with the rest of the squad.
I mean, I think Kyle saw saw the hubbub, didn't actually go to eat his breakfast, went over, saw the bulletin, saw the meeting time. I was like, okay, I have to go eat.
Ooh, interesting. That looks like a thing.
That's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's the morning. I'm hungry.
Let me make sure I do that. Yes. Sorry, I'm fixing a voice. All right, so sure enough, Echo is there with some pieces of presentation material. I guess is the best way to describe it. Our technology is kind of weird, so I'm going to just say he's got a bunch of easels and the classic flip the page to the giant
I'm a huge fan of
sticky,
those personally.
The sticky pieces of paper. Do you know what I mean? You can rip them off and then paste them somewhere else.
Yeah. No. Like the giant sticky note on the easel. I am very familiar and very much a fan.
So
dude, I literally you've seen me. I take notes on yellow legal pads. Do you think I wouldn't be a fan of this style of stationery?
That's true. So Echo has one of those up, and it's clearly already got the information already posted on it, almost like someone has created a presentation for him to present.
It just kind of arrived in the mail, and it's just like,
yeah, it's just like, hey, you're doing the expedition.
Follow the notes.
Yep, basically. And so Echo, waits for everybody to come around, gather around, and sorry, this isn't going to surprise anyone in the audience, but I've actually only just now figured out what this expedition actually is going to be about. So, typical me. But it'll make sense, actually. It's actually a decent
It's not
idea.
like Anirudh's had a week and a half to think about it.
Yeah, I could have thought about this during the past week and a half, but I was too busy coughing.
Coughing, traveling, thinking about things.
Wheezing. I was coughing, wheezing, Galarian style. After everybody sits down their spot, just out of curiosity, who do you sit next to?
I have no clue. How many people are there?
Echo's going to be standing up, so there's
it's 5 other
Electrike,
people?
Electrike, Badoo, Mankey, Toxicroak, Sudowoodo, yourself.
Yeah,
5 other people. Mm-hmm.
All right. I am sitting next to... Who was the third person on the list?
Mankey.
I'm sitting next to the Mankey. I forget the Mankey's name and code name.
Charlotte or Quebec?
Right, Quebec.
So you sit next to Quebec, gives you just like a nod of like, oh hi, of anticipation. You can tell is already all over the air, because expeditions, at least what you can tell from your limited exposure to guilds, aren't very common. So
I mean, I have not seen one yet in my
couple months,
2 months on rotation.
Yep. And
unless I just missed them at every single stop.
the moment you leave, they're like, all right, guys, now that that guy Kyle's gone, expedition time, let's go.
Woohoo!
So Echo has the expedition thing laid out. It's a nice little like title card, almost like the beginning of a PowerPoint presentation of just like expedition by Echo. Like just real calm, cool, and collected here. Echo waits for everybody to settle down.
I mean, slideshows used to be like a physical thing, right? I assume you know this.
Yeah. But it's like a nice little formatted thing here. Echo, after everybody starts settling down, because, expeditions, Echo kind of... So, hey guys, welcome. Long time since I've done a presentation like this. But that's right, we're doing an expedition, and a fun one at that. Because this isn't just an expedition for us, this is for all the guilds.
Wait, what? Huh? This is me, not Kyle.
Just like, huh?
Kyle's eyebrows are raised.
So, flips the page over to the first one. So, as you know, the guilds have been very effective at being assistants to the communities, trying to help out their respective areas and specializing in different sort of things, whether there's different guilds like the... where am I looking here? Yeah, there's different guilds like the Boulder Stars are primarily coastal in the north. There's Dark Clouds kind of having their home base in Thunder Tree City and like other guilds like that. But higher management has decided, hey, let's expand our guild project. And so what we're going to be doing actually, since the majority of the guilds are kind of in the central or western part of the region, we're going to go east. And we're going to try and introduce the concept of guilds to different sort of states that have been interested in adding guilds into their communities. Their governmental authorities have reached out to us. He flips the page again, and you just see like basic pictures of random Pokemon just like shaking hands. As you can see, cooperation has been at an all-time high when it comes to these sort of conversations.
Is there anyone in any of the pictures that I recognize or not?
Officially, where's my notes? Hold up, gotta get the red book.
Oh wait, there's actually a canonical established answer? Wait, I wasn't expecting this. That's not how this show works.
Would you know... How much would you be following governmental policy in other region or other states?
Only as much as 5th grade history class would have taught me.
You vaguely recognize one of the Pokemon, not as a Pokemon, but just as like, oh, that guy's like a politician somewhere else. That's about it. No specifics.
Okay.
Actually, go ahead and roll a history check. Roll a history check. Just maybe, I don't know, you did a project on the governor or something.
What's my smart? My smart is +1. 16 + 1 is 17.
You recognize both of the people in the picture, actually, of the main people. I don't know why I was so confused with that. You recognize both of the Pokemon. Why was it so hard for me to think of the word Pokemon? You recognize both of the Pokemon on the sticky note image right there. One of them is your governor.
Oh,
the Nature governor. It's a Blossom, unnamed as of now.
Of course.
And the Flamma governor is a Talonflame, also unnamed as of now. And both of them are just shaking hands like, yes, we are agreeing on this particular deal.
I will say the image of a Talonflame and a Blossom shaking hands is kind of weird to me, because, outside of Mystery Dungeon-esque universes, Talonflame would probably be the natural predators of Blossom, would they not?
Probably, but also, society is a vegetarian, and...
Yes.
There we go.
Well, I mean, even just I was just saying in any Mystery Dungeon-esque universe,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any cannibalism happening, as far as I know.
No, we're not touching that with a 10-foot pole. But recognize both.
What about a 10-mile pole?
We're not touching it with anything. Okay, we're just pushing dirt over that and pretending it doesn't exist. Anyway,
but then we're touching it with dirt.
Anyway, the governors exist. And full cooperation. Looks like this is a deal that's been going on behind the scenes for a while. So what we're gonna be doing, flips the page over, and you see like a really decently drawn map with all of the guilds highlighted. All 7 of the guilds kind of just with arrows pointing towards a specific city. So what we're gonna be doing is actually traveling to the capital of Flamma, Valkenburg. And we're gonna be going there for a conference, trying to promote what our guild is about, and helping to establish a guild in the capital city of Flama.
Where in the state of Flama is Vulcanburg?
Do you have the map?
Yeah.
It is under the second M.
Okay, not quite as far as I need to go, but good enough.
It's progress in that direction, effectively.
I'll take it, assuming I get to go.
Flips over to the next page. As a result of how important this mission is and the high scale about it, this is an all hands on deck expedition. Everybody's going. We're just gonna lock up, give other law enforcement additional like materials and equipment and stuff like that, and we're all going. So everybody, all the peoples, we're moving out. Like,
Woohoo!
It's a vibe. Let's do this, man.
Cool.
Please hold while I figure out how long this trip actually is. Because
There's no way,
apparently-
like, even though it's all hands on deck, there's no way we're just going on foot, right? Because, like, if that's the case, the past 72 hours have been a waste.
a lot of time is a waste when everybody else isn't preparing for the world to explode.
Okay, I mean, like, it's not like it's under that much of a time crunch, but, still.
Oh yeah, no, and if the guilds don't work, we have war. There you go. How's that? How about that for a time crunch?
Well, hold up. Wait a minute. Mr. Postman?
So the journey is actually a pretty long journey, all things considered. Flips the page, and you see basically what looks like a straight line drawn between Steelforge City and Vulcanburg.
That's nice.
So this is assuming we can go on a straight line path, which is semi-successful occasionally. There's rivers and bridges and other things we have to cross. But assuming it's a straight line path, it's just shy of 100 units away. So that's a thing. Any comments on that?
Kyle has a sense of scale in terms, like, how long was the trip to Steelforge City? I don't remember the distance. It was a decent distance, though. From, I forget the town or village in Ventus that we started
from Wigglytuff's house?
Yeah.
Almost the same. That's about 96-ish, although you went like through the river and through some other methods there, so I don't know if it's roughly the same in terms of time length, but it's about that long.
So it's that distance, so as long as we have some, like, actually decent mode of transportation, it's not going to be that long of a journey.
Yes.
That's cool.
Now, do you have that? Is the question.
I think Kyle is patiently waiting to see if Echo reveals whether or not we have that, because if we don't, I'm going to be slightly upset.
So when it comes to transportation, we'll be going on foot for a portion of it before everybody starts. You could tell already some people are about to throw the nearest thing at them.
Yep.
We'll be going on foot for a portion of it. Calm down. See already Charlotte. Charlotte's like a Mankey. So very, meek, calm. About to like karate chop a table and throw half of it at it.
Yeah, no, exactly. The
Calm,
calming presence.
Right. You can see Kilo, the Toxicroak. You could immediately, as soon as on foot, you just completely calm, like arms crossed, but both of the arms were like ready for a poison jab. They just like turn bright purple out of nowhere, and then for a portion, calms down. No change in expression. It's just like
Yep.
for a portion.
Like, I'm glad I didn't have to take you out here.
Yeah, exactly.
You're lucky.
Now, we're going to be taking a pit stop at Iron Gate. Iron Gate is a city on the river that's about 13 miles units, whatever it is. 13 units, what would that be? Northwest-west?
Okay. So like a day's travel. Oh, depending on who the slowest. Oh my goodness, we have some slow people. Ugh.
Yeah, you got a couple of slow bugs.
Okay, so a few days journey. Like 2 or 3
We'll
days
be going.
journey.
We'll be going over there where there's some better transportation that can lead us directly into Vulcanburg. Hope everyone loves trains. That's a thing.
Kyle, for some reason, in the back of his mind, has a faint memory of I'm supposed to shudder at the thought of a train. Because I don't know, did the thing happen in this timeline too? We established this, and I forget what we established.
The thing happened, but you didn't. You solved it because you felt like solving it, not because of a baseball player getting late.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you're still shuddering.
It's not a faint memory. It's just oh boy, another train. Here we go.
Shoot, trains.
Although I guess it's Kyle's not 100% fail rate on train rides, so.
Yeah, you've had success.
I've had some normal train experiences.
Yeah. So we'll be traveling to Iron Gate. We'll be able to go from there to, using the train system, go through Lava Crest, and then eventually, bounce around from city to city, and eventually get to Vulcanburg. It's going to be a couple-day journey, but first things first, we got to get to Iron Gate and operate from there. Any questions about anything I can attempt to answer?
Kyle's gonna do that thing where you just kind of look around at the others in the room, like, do you have questions? I don't have questions.
How do I word this? Make an insight check on the room.
An insight check on the room.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it.
Okay. So, seeing as I successfully trained up my beauty the previous night, I have a roll with advantage. Is that the first roll, the first beauty roll I make, or can I choose a roll to use it?
I think you could try to make this easier and better for you. You can choose if you want to use it now or not. What I
Okay.
will say though is you will have to use it before you train again, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
Yeah.
I can work with that. I don't think I'm gonna use it here. No need. That fell out of my hand. I didn't actually roll it. It just dropped onto whatever face it was. There we go. A 17 -1, 16.
that worked out really well.
Did someone have a question that you really wanted to ask for the sake of the content?
No, but what you see Ross / Golf / the electric, not electric, the electric, the eel. Electric. There you go.
Yeah.
Electric. You can, as you're looking around the room, just like, does anyone else have any questions? You can tell that a question is on Electric's mind, but he doesn't choose to bring it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep that little bit of info in the pocket for later.
So pack your bags, grab your stuffs, do all that, fun stuff there. We leave in an hour. Chop chop. And just with a flap of the wings, Echo kind of just, dramatically flips all the pages back forward to the front and then walks off.
Cool.
Everyone else looks around, like, oh, an hour. And they start like going like, oh, I gotta go pack my bags. Where's my
Everyone's
poke?
in panic mode.
Yeah.
Hey, the good thing about Kyle travels light. He's already ready to go.
Basically. Zendoran's not here though.
Zendoran's
Like, not in the room right now.
He's not in the
right
room.
now.
He's still in the building, I assume. I assume he hasn't left yet.
He's probably asleep right now.
Yeah, okay. So I think what Kyle's gonna do is I assume Echo just went back to his office.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I think Kyle's just gonna follow Echo to his office real quick and just ask one follow-up question that wasn't gonna be asked in front of the group, obviously.
You see him bouncing between cabinets on the roof and the ground, being like, all right, do I need these papers? Probably not. What about those papers? Oh, yeah, probably need that. Hey, Kyle, what's up?
Hey, Echo, real question. Remember I asked yesterday, because one of my friends was, a friend of mine that I'm traveling with is headed out to Pluvius, and I was wondering if there was anything that would take us out in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
Is it cool if he tags along?
Yeah, he's been a great help so far. With all of the other things, it'd be awesome to have him on board, helping out. Honorary member and all that. I don't know if can I give him an honorary? You can see he's looking like, maybe I'll have an honorary badge or something. But yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. But we leave in an hour, so wherever he is, make sure he's with us, because we do have a bit of a time thing to keep in mind.
Kyle nods, snaps a salute, and heads out.
Papers. You hear that as you close the door.
Yeah. All right. I think now it's time to let Zendoran in on the plan.
Oakley doke. So you go over to Sindoran's room. Knock, I presume.
Yeah.
Sindoran.
Just casual, knock. I know it's earlier than usual, but it's not a panic thing, because
Yeah.
I assume Zendoran's also been traveling light.
Yeah, Sindoran's got his own stuff. Speaking of, Sindoran opens the door, kind of looks at you. Oh, hello, Kyle. What's new? Seems like there's a lot of commotion going on. As you look behind you and see Sudowoodo just like boing, rushes
just
into the room.
people running back and forth across the hall, like carrying
Yeah.
boxes and stuff. It's just like, wait, what? Huh?
Yeah, then people are throwing random orbs all over the place, and you're like, just like a small thought in your head, like, if one of those breaks, we're all
It's like, wait a minute.
People like, you're just like, hey, take all this stuff. Bunch of random, like, expensive looking scarves and orbs are being thrown all over the room.
You see some, are they called scatter rocks? Is that what they're called?
There's
No.
gravel rocks.
Gravel rocks. You
That's
see like a
Quick, take these
whole,
gravel
like,
rocks.
pile of gravel rocks just fly across the hallway, just like, I don't envy whoever's at the end of that hole.
Just on the other side, you see Charlotte just like grabbing all of them and just like tossing them into the bag, just like full on, like a wide receiver doing practice, just like grab,
Yeah.
tossing them all behind. Anyway, that chaos is happening behind you. As Centaur's like, so looks like something's happening.
Kyle, I think Kyle's just gonna be like, what's the name of the city?
Evergoings?
Don't tell me.
There's two. There's the close one and the far one.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking the final destination is Vulcanburg.
There you go.
There we go. I was like, oh my goodness, like I have all the pieces. It's right there. I know it's a burg. Which burg is it?
It's a burg.
It's a burg. It's one of the burgs. It's always one of the burgs.
Yep, it's Mechanicsburg. There you go.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I think I was gonna be like, we leave for Vulcansburg.
Centaur's just like, okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is perfect. Sindoran's still sick, so I can cough all I want when Sindoran's
Yes.
for effect.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we'll call it.
I'm not gonna do that. Oh, sure. Anyway, so Sindoran's like, sure. Is there a reason why we're going out of all of us?
Kyle just nods and just like, it's some guild expedition thing. They're trying to establish a new one out there, but
I see. Okay, sure. Full what am I saying? Pack everything, like everything. Looks behind and you see like a drawing of something. Everything.
Kyle just nods because I mean, I hope Kyle hopes that the Dorn can infer that we are not coming back here.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I'll go pack everything. Speaking of everything is currently holding on to my left leg right now for no reason whatsoever. And we'll figure this out. Just close the door.
I assume the child's been listening.
Oh yeah. And feet just bouncing around like, travel time.
Go.
Man, if he's just like, all these drawings, I gotta go, like, quick, throw them in the bag. They don't fit in the bag. Why are they fitting in the bag? Fun stuff like that.
Yep.
Is there anything you want to do before leaving? Shopping, exploration, talk with Adam, throw something at a random moving car. I don't know, whatever.
I mean, the only thing that I would have thought of would be, hey, maybe let Adam know, but Adam knows. Kyle assume Adam knows. If Adam does not know, that's something. So yeah. Is there? I could use healing items, but I mean, I assume since we're traveling with the whole guild, we'll have like first aid kits and stuff, right? Or not? So I need to. Is it bring your own healing?
I'm going to say, even though this doesn't make any sense if this was real life, I'm going to say it is bring your own healing.
Well, thanks.
Because otherwise I gotta plan 7 people's worth of bags, and I kind of don't want to.
Fine.
So with that said, and also Sindoran does not have a bag. I mean, he does, but he doesn't. So
yeah. All right. Since that's the case, we're gonna go and everyone at the guild is like still trying to pack up. So Kyle has the hour to go very quickly, grab some stuff, and then come back.
Great. What you doing?
I mean, I'm specifically shopping for items that would be useful when out and about traveling without some quick location to go back to for a good night's rest.
That makes sense to
la
me.
berries.
He says, not really. To be honest, I wasn't listening, but not a lot. But I get the gist. So I need to know 2 things. One, I believe you have upgraded from unranked to the next one. I forget if that's
normal rank. Yes.
Is that normal rank?
You made them normal, silver, platinum, ace, hyper, and grandmaster.
There's no rookie rank?
I guess that was just unranked.
There should have been a rookie rank, huh?
I mean, hold on. The recruitment chart, unranked rookie. Oh, I think there was just no bag upgrade at rookie.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah. Oh no,
so
yeah.
you-
Your ranks are unranked: rookie, normal, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, ace, ultra, hyper, master, and grandmaster. Those are your ranks. It's just the bag upgrades are the ones that I listed.
All right, yeah, the bag upgrades are every other one. So you are normal rank right now. Cool. That unlocks a few other things somewhere on this list. I can find it.
Yeah, I get a better selection of items. Woohoo!
Yes. So you get the unranked, the rookie, and the normal stuff. After filtering for
Show
that,
me the goods. Show me the citrus berries.
I need you to roll me a d6 to find out what's in stock.
How do you like a 2?
2. The 2 stuff is in stock today. Interesting. Okay. Sure.
Show me the citrus berries.
So I will let you know what's available in store today, and you let me know if you have any questions about anything.
Yeah.
So the following items are available, and I'll give you more details if you need it. Sleep Seed, Training Seed, Huge Apple, Grimy Food, Sweet Chocolate, Black Gummy, Orange Gummy, Purple Gummy, Yellow Gummy, Chesto Berry, Treasure Box.
Okay. The sweet chocolate and the item before it, the grimy food.
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
Grimy Food increases your belly by 3. That's a lock. There's no roll for that. You, after eating it, roll a d8 for a status condition that you will then get.
Yep.
It would be a 1, a 2, a 3. So 1, you'd be poisoned. 2, you'd be paralyzed. 3, you'd be burned. Nothing for the rest.
Yeah.
The Sweet Chocolate increases a random stat by 1. You determine this by rolling a d6, and this is a permanent boost.
Ooh. Just a permanent buff to one of my 6 stats.
Yes.
That's
randomly selected.
That's cool.
It is. It's also easily the most expensive thing I told you about.
Even more expensive than the treasure box.
It is leagues above the treasure box.
Interesting.
As of today's prices. Of course, prices are randomly generated and also, up and down.
I don't feel a particular, none of those items really speak to me, apart from maybe the Chesto Berry. But Chesto Berry is what, sleep?
Yep.
And I'm willing to take my chances on that, considering we are a party of 7. 7/8, depending how you count it, /9 if someone decides to show up.
Yeah.
Where's the list of IQ skills? I had it somewhere.
It's on one of the sheets. I have them with me. If you.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how far. Oh, there we go. I know I had it somewhere. How far away am I from the next set of IQ skills? The answer may surprise you.
Probably close. Most of them are pretty close together.
I've got 30, and
This one's at 40.
Anything interesting coming up? There's actually some interesting ones coming up. What gummies are available?
Where did I throw the shop? You have black, orange, purple, and yellow. So that is dark, fighting, ghost, and electric.
Yeah, so they're all gonna give me
The same, I think.
They're all gonna give me the same neutral IQ buff, and I don't know what Zendoran's IQ. Does Zendoran have IQ skills? Does it matter? Do I want to try and give him gummies?
I'm saying no.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say for player characters, IQ skills matter.
Yeah. And neutral is +3 IQ, so I'm gonna need to buy a bunch to move on up. I am gonna save my cash. I walked out and walked back with nothing.
No interest in the huge apple or any of this.
I have a huge apple and 6 apples, which I have not touched in weeks.
They're probably moldy if apples did that.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've had fruit on hand for days.
And no look at the treasure box?
It's gonna cost too much, and I don't have any real way to open it.
Well, okay, define too much.
I mean, I currently have 1,700. Okay.
It's probably going to cost too much.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
It might have something interesting inside. Ooh.
No.
Introduce marketing technique. Okay, no. All right,
listen. You have had some good sales pitches, but you can't get me with your wily ways.
So walk in, walk out. Nothing interesting here. I will make one exception to this. One exception to the IQ thing. Not that it's going to matter, probably.
Okay.
Sindoran, no IQ skills. Manaphy could.
Which means the yellow gummy would be worth buying.
Potentially. Because, I think Manaphy could. My reason for that is because Manaphy's been with you from the beginning of Manaphy's life. And
Yeah.
so I know
Yeah.
where IQ-wise Manaphy is. which
Manaphy
starting at
is
0.
not quite full NPC.
Yeah. Manaphy is almost my
Manaphy
character.
is
my player.
half. What would be halfway between a PC and an NPC? An SPC?
Semi-player character. A GM character. There you go. It's a GM character. It's a GM.
But those are all NPCs. They're just non-player.
GM
They're just
PC?
non-player
There you go.
characters.
It's a GM PC?
Well, that's every NPC.
Yeah, then I guess a semi-player character would probably be best. Nevertheless, I know where Manaphy's IQ is, which is non-existent as of right now, compared to everyone else who has existed.
Don't insult
in
my
this
child
sense,
like
in
that.
this
Excuse
sense.
you.
In this sense. In the
Excuse
battle IQ sense.
Excuse you. Yeah, we're not buying gummies.
I figured as much. There's, as far as I know, there are only 2 characters that I have IQ skill that are not player characters that I have IQ skilled numbers for. Manaphy, which is currently right now 0 because it was hatched 3 weeks ago, and while it has learned a lot, battle IQ wise, not a lot. And then Susie's got maxed out IQ skills, so that's Susie. Anyway, so walk in, walk out, nothing.
Unfortunately.
All right. Anywhere else that you would like to attend to before heading out for the expedition?
Kyle's barely done anything in this city. Like,
very true. You could make up a building if you think that it A exists here and B would be useful.
I know you want to stall. I'm not helping you stall. We're going.
No, I'm ready. I'm genuinely curious if you had anything, but it doesn't seem like it.
I didn't have anything. We're good to go.
Okie doke. So you head back with all of your wonderful items of enjoyment and all that sort of things.
Dude, I have an oranberry and a dream. Let's go.
Roll. What would be the best roll here?
And it all comes crumbling apart real quick.
Roll for me a let's roll a d20. It doesn't really matter.
What are you about to hit me with? Because I rolled a 5.
Either a small detail or no detail. So no detail. Yeah. Okay. So you head back in, and you're there actually pretty early because you walked into a store and walked out and just went straight back. So you're the first one ready. Everybody else is still preparing. You're still seeing gravel rocks being thrown all over the place. All that fun stuff.
I think Kyle's just gonna be sitting like in the lobby by the entrance, just like ready to go, and like he's been ready this whole time, just like waiting for these clowns.
Sooner or later, all of those quote-unquote clowns eventually get their act together, finally realize, hey, maybe we should be throwing the gravel rocks everywhere, and are finally packed. Everybody's ready to go. All of the members of the guild are here.
Let's go.
I did clarify.
Here we go.
All of the members of the guild are here.
I think that's the best Mario impression I've ever done right there.
Probably.
Specifically the "Here we go." I feel that it sounded good in my head.
I
don't know how it came out on the mic, but it sounded good in my head.
I thought it was pretty good.
I forget the voice actor's name, but I really sound like
Charles Matinee. I think that's how you
that sounds about right.
I can't remember. I was randomly looking up interviews from.
It's Chris Pratt.
It's Chris Pratt. Anyway, I'll reemphasize this for a third time because I do want to get the questioning. Huh? All of the members of the guild are here.
I'm not giving you the satisfaction.
All right. Away we go. No comments?
Okay, I'll bite. Why are you doing this? Why?
All of the members of the guild are here. Every member of the guild. Of course, the members of the guild are all of you.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I hate this.
What? Okay, sure. All right. So
I hate this. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're
Okay.
Let's move.
All right. Echo notices it does the head count. Everybody's here. Packs up his own stuff, and you guys start heading out. You're heading to Iron Gate. He locks the door behind him, the whole 9 yards, and off you go. I presume Echo's health law enforcement, stuff like that. So you're all heading to.
Real random aside before we dive back into this. Did I master Giga Drain? I must have.
Did you master Giga Drain? I think you did.
I must have. Yeah. Well, I was just looking at my sheet and I was like, wait, when did I master Giga Drain? But I think I never mastered Mega Drain, and I just learning Giga Drain, and I mastered Giga Drain. Cool.
Yeah, you mastered one of those two in the Karakaruk fight.
Yeah, and it had to have been Giga Drain because Giga Drain is level 21.
Yeah.
That I learned it. Okay, cool. Sweet. All right.
So on you go to Iron Gate. As you're in Petrum, it's all foot travel here. There's not really much help in regards to that. The journey itself is roughly a 13-unit journey. I need to know your speed.
Dude, I am fast. I am speedy. I've got a 15 speed.
A 15 speed.
Also, I'm gonna.
Great.
I somehow have minus 10 HP. That's no longer a thing.
Yeah, you heal yourself up if
I mean,
not done yet.
it was overnight. I healed. I just never noted it down. But yeah, I've got the speed. I've got the pace.
Okie doke, and you are off. I.
Are on.
Oh geez, Ford is actually faster than you. That's surprising.
Wait, whoa, what?
Yeah, I didn't even notice that, but Ford is faster than you.
It's a Badoo!
Do be out here rolling.
What level is he?
32.
Okay, fine, fair enough. I'll allow it. Bro, if you just let me evolve, I'd be speedy.
True. However,
if you let me evolve, I'd be able to cross the region in a day.
Just have full on Naruto running the region.
All right, I'm gonna very temporarily break my character sheet.
As long as you fix it afterwards and know what they're doing, that's fine.
Okay, that's what I'm actually not that much faster.
So away you go, going on a trip in the proverbial rocket ship, zooming through the ground, the battle hammers. And so you're off, doing a nice little backpacking trek. Everybody's got their materials and going off on the road here. Now, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say you leave in the morning and you reach there at night, because I don't want to calculate.
Oh wait, we make it in a day? We make it to the Iron Gate in a day?
It's a 13 unit thing. You're 15.
I'm not the slowest one, am I?
I could calculate everybody's thing, but I'm just gonna have everybody go at your pace. Make things easier, because I think also everybody's higher level than you or faster than you.
Cool. All right, say less. We're moving.
Yeah, maybe Mankey or Sudowoodo, but both of them would be higher enough level that they probably have points in their speed. So, yeah, you're the quote-unquote slow one here, but all fine and dandy. So you're going to go day journey. You leave early in the morning. You get there basically night. As we're traveling, I need you to roll for me a D20.
An 18. Don't mess with me.
An 18.
A kind stranger comes up to us and gives us all 100 citrus berries apiece.
Just like, hello, I have a truck full of citrus berries that could be worth like hundreds of thousands of poke, but I see a bunch of travelers on the road. Here, take my truck.
Okay, but like, we're not just a bunch of travelers. Like, we are a full-on guild.
Right, but also, a couple $100,000, or give to people for free.
It's a guild bulk discount rate. I don't know. It's not on my dime. It's on the company dime.
Sure. Oh, great. Now I'm starting to think if companies have budgets and things like that. Guilds have budgets and things. Anyway, so off you go on the travels. There's nothing peculiar, nothing weird, nothing odd at all, and that's fun. Of course, with all of the members of the guild here, why would you expect such a thing?
Yeah, no one would mess with a full-on traveling party full of high-level battlers.
Right. I mean, even from a distance, you can tell. At the very least, Echo is a guild boss, basically, like has been a guild leader for a long time, and so you would know who Echo is. Like,
it's a giant dragon bat. Like, who's gonna mess with a giant dragon bat?
Exactly.
An ice cream cone, but
basically.
Last I checked, there are no ice cream cones here.
Yep. So away you go, going traveling your entire day's thing without any issue whatsoever. I need to update my date. I have already forgotten what day it is. And that's kind of important when the world explodes or something. I haven't actually determined what happens when the world go boom, but world go effectively boom.
I mean, it's not going to. Like, there's no shot. Like, we've got, like, what, 9.5, 10 months? There's no shot.
Yeah, we'll just...
Like, the end of this story is going to have... Like, the stakes at the end of the story, I feel like, are not going to be incredibly high, because, like, it's going to be, like, December. And it's going to be, like, 6 months until the world goes boom, and it's going to be, like, well...
Guys, I think we can solve this, right?
Here's the big bad fight, but I mean, even if we lose...
It's like, hey, we lose. Oh, no. I guess we'll just go heal up and...
Do it again.
Try this again next week, my man. See you then. Cool. So you guys go traveling without issue early or throughout the nights or throughout the days. You see a couple of travelers going to and fro, nothing too dramatic. As you reach late at night, Iron Gate. Now, Steel Forge itself, you saw it. It was a forge, all right. Iron Gate is one step further when it comes to looking like a city made out of steel. Like, it is completely embraced that. Specifically, they've actually no. Let's make this more explicit. Every material used in building Steel Forge City was made through steel. every material used in Iron Gate was made through iron. For whatever particular purpose, they've had a long-standing rivalry against each other for various reasons, all because of some, I don't know, ancient soccer feud or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, the Iron Gate would definitely not stand the test of time here, considering oxidization. Is that how you say that word?
Because of oxygen. There you go.
Oxidation.
Oxidation?
Oxidation. Oh, I don't know why I added the Z. I think it's just oxidation.
For
those of you people who haven't done much science class, that's just rust.
So you reach Iron Gate. Now, Iron Gate, you've read a little bit about this. Steelforge City being there, you're doing just your casual things and stuff like that. Iron Gate is, for all intents and purposes, the equal of Steelforge City. Steelforge is, the big, bad, outwardly hard city of the western side. This is the slightly more in-city version of that, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on the river as well, which makes it a great trade route and all that sort of fun stuff that you love to see when building cities out. And you all reach Iron Gate and find the majesty that it is. But I think you did point out, over time, things get rusted, things get old. And so when you reach Iron Gate,
iron specifically really gets
so
rusty.
When you reach Iron Gate, you don't see a majestic city that's the equivalent of Steelforge with the efforts and the people. What you see is an abandoned city. Materials falling apart side to side, everything rusted. Buildings, quite literally, as you're looking around, confused as to why you were destined to come to this location. Materials breaking down, small earthquakes occurred, not because of the earth itself, but because in the distance another building falls. And this is your destination?
So
this is where the train's supposed to pick us up?
So, yeah, like, hold on, like, my little quip did not instigate this. You very clearly thought this out. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
Everybody else on the team is just as confused.
Is Echo as confused?
Echo's also confused. Echo's looking around, not confused because of like the same sort of confusion everyone else has. Like, wow, this is kind of weird. Echo kind of goes to, guys, this is not right. I was here a couple weeks ago. Something's wrong here, guys. Be alert. And so now it's time to find out why. Time to break up into teams, I guess. I don't know. Who do you want to partner with as you investigate? Let's do this Mystery Incorporated style.
I mean, there is an obvious choice.
What's Sierra? Forward, I guess?
No, Zindoran.
Sindoran?
Yeah.
Sindoran's not here.
What do you mean?
Sindoran's not here.
What do you... Sir, what do you mean?
Hello, this is Anirudh, the GM, PM, DM of Not a Scratch, and thank you for listening to this episode. As always, episodes come out weekly, so be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those things you ought to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is to share us with your friends. It is the end of the year, and because it's the end of the year, that means it's the start of a brand new year, so the perfect time to share this podcast with anyone interested in Pokemon, Mystery Dungeon, TTRPGs, or anything that we categorize ourselves as. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help to bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. You can also follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast or email us at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us. We also have a Discord for Not a Scratch and have a bunch of awesome, amazing, wonderful people that have already joined. Join us to help build the Not a Scratch community. We've got a website as well. You can check that out at www.notascratchcast.com. The website has access to all of our episodes, our merch page, which has been updated relatively recently. I would go check that out if you haven't already, and an art page where we post both commissioned and fan art. If you send us your fan art, you might see it on our website, of course, with your permission. Our website and merch update over time, so stay tuned. We want to thank Glitch X City and Tabletop Audio for their songs throughout the entirety of this episode, and want to shout out our patrons. We at Not a Scratch have a Patreon where you can get amazing extra benefits regarding the show and its future, including early access to episodes, special behind-the-scenes looks at what goes into the game, and more. You'll also be recognized during the show right here. Thank you to our Patreon members, Ginny, Ursa93, Eli, Damon Liger, and Simon Pello-Joaquin. For more information, check out the links in the episode description or contact us on Discord or Twitter. Now, if you're interested in having a promo on the show for your podcast, we would love to help. We're going to be starting those up relatively soon. New year, perfect time to do so. All you have to do is send us an email or contact us on Twitter and Discord, and we'd be happy to discuss more. Now, without further ado, let's find out, where did Sindoran go? Sindoran.
Yeah.
Sindoran's not here.
What do you mean?
Sindoran's not here.
What do you, sir? What do you mean?
Sindoran's not here. I thought I made that very clear. All the members of the guild were here. I'm surprised it took you a day to figure it out, but...
God, are you? I am so incredibly disappointed right now.
In me or in yourself or in everything?
Mostly in me. God, how did? Oh my god! Oh, yeah. Oh, really? You just let me do this?
I did have multiple instances where I said all the members of the guild are here, in various tones as well. I will point that out.
No, I know. Oh god, why? Ugh.
So, as you look around for your partner that you'd be working all this time with, you look around, don't see Sindoran there, and then it dawns on you, wait, I haven't seen Sindoran since this morning, and that was before we left. Shoot.
See, you said all the members of the guild are there, and Echo was talking about making Sindoran an honorary member of the guild. Fine. Fine. I concede. Concede.
With that, with that revolutionizing thought in your mind, who would you like to be partnered with? I'll give you 2 folks.
Bro, can I just be like, wait, hold up, we left something back.
Wait, can I turn around and walk another 12 hours that way until I figure this out?
I'm not hungry. You're hungry.
Oh, speaking of hungry, your belly's dropped by 13.
I'm aware.
I don't know if you've adjusted that, but in case you haven't.
I'm aware. Yeah. Man, I can't believe I've done this.
I can imagine the disappointment in Kyle's face, like, oh no, I've screwed this up.
Yeah.
So,
How did I let? How? I knew you were up to something, but I just couldn't. I was like, there's no, like, he's just messing with me. Like, that's it. That's all he's doing.
The powers of the GM, confusing even himself as he attempts to cause conflict.
Fine, let me just roll this d6 and team up with someone to deal with this afterwards. I rolled a 2.
A 2, so second person on the list?
Second from the bottom in the pecking order.
That would be Graham/Kilo/the Toxic Rogue.
Yeah. All right, we'll team up. Why not?
Sure. Okay, so you can choose another person if you'd like, or you can do a pair. It's up to you.
How many of us are there? Are there 6 of us?
There are 7, including you. So either we can have a 2-2-3, or and you can be the 3, or I think that would be it. Either you would. I don't know why I'm stalling like this so much. You would either be part of the 2 or part of the 3. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll roll with the 2 of us. No need. We don't need the backup. We're fine.
Sure. For simplicity's sake, I'll just go with everybody that's next to each other.
Not me making another poor decision.
All right, so Noivern, Electrike, and Badu are going to partner together. Mankey and Sudowoodo are going to partner together. Toxic Oak and you partner together.
Cool.
So, right now the goal is to investigate what's happened. Echo has so eloquently stated, hey, this ain't right. So, splitting this into 3 teams right here. One of the teams is going to explore the city itself, one of the teams is going to explore the river, and one of the teams is specifically heading to the train station to make sure that things are all right there. Which one would you like to pick?
I feel like it makes sense for Echo's team to... no, actually. Which of these teams would be...
Right now, technically, we have Team Echo, Team Quebec, and then Team U.
Team Kilo, actually. And I'm just I'm the second.
Oh, yeah, true. If we're going by seniority.
Yeah. I guess we'll just... No, if we're going by seniority, isn't the Sudowoodo the senior one on that team?
A, B, C, D, E, F... Yeah, it would be J, actually. So, yeah, you're right. It's either Team Echo, Team Juliet, or Team Kilo.
Yeah. I guess since we're lowest in the pecking order, we take the train station, I assume.
You can choose. I'll let you have that pick, unless you want to be hyper specific to the pecking order.
Well, listen. There's a seniority, there's a hierarchy here for a reason. We're following it.
Okay.
We're going to train station.
To train station you go. So you and Kilo head out to the train station. I actually don't have a voice for Kilo written down because I don't think we
have not heard a single word from this
not
person,
anything.
correct?
So I'm just gonna have.
I just remember why we named him Graham. Did we spend an entire episode doing that naming? Spend like a good chunk of an episode.
We spent the latter half of that episode doing the names.
Yeah.
So you and Toxicroak, I'm gonna figure something out while we're there. Head over to the train station itself. Your goal is simple: just make sure is the train coming on time? Because if it is, then it's not as big of a concern. At the very least, at that point, then you can inform some higher authority while you guys do your job.
Yeah.
So you guys reach the train station itself. Kilo kind of motions to you like, I'm trying to get a voice like this. Yeah. So, like, nah, wait, I'll figure it out. There we go. Something like this. Is this annoying?
No, you just sound very unsure of it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get there without getting there, if that makes any sense.
No, I know exactly what you mean. I hear what you're trying to do, and that's a very tall order. I do not envy you.
So, yeah, there we go. All right. So, oh no, we'll just Matthew McConaughey this. So, all right. So, hey Kyle, I think the game plan right now, you check out the right side of the station. I'll check out the left. We'll go from there.
Kyle nods and turns to go.
It feels like me attempting to do a voice, like a snake voice, without actually thinking of snake or something like that. Hey Kyle, we're trying to do this thing.
Snake?
Snake? Is it snake? There's somebody's voice in some game that's similar to that I'm trying to think of. It's like
no, you meant
his
like
voice is
solid.
like,
You meant like solid.
Yeah, solid
snake.
Solid snake.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you meant a snake like the animal. I was like, what?
No. No, but isn't that it's like, yeah, we're trying to do this thing, right? Isn't it something
Maybe?
like
I don't know. I don't remember snakes.
I'm doing this off of like some random one time I saw the game type of thing.
Dude, my entire exposure to Solid Snake is not from any of the Metal Gear games. It's from Smash, and I do not encounter Snake enough to deal with his voice.
So you head over to, I've already forgotten which side I told you to go towards.
Yeah, you told me to go right.
All right, so to the right side of the station you go. This looks like where most of the trains will enter into the station, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Sure enough, looking around, not finding anything really suspicious. If you want to roll investigation, maybe you will, or maybe not.
I feel like that's a prudent decision. 14 plus 1. Tell me what's what.
All right. So one thing that you're noticing, which makes sense, but also is kind of odd, quickly, as soon as you start investigating the station itself and the entrance, you're noticing a lot more water than there should be.
Okay. That
makes sense.
I'm not going to lie, that adds up to my initial suspicion.
Yes, somebody has clearly decided, hey, what if we just dumped a rainstorm on the city?
Yeah.
It's like,
and I mean, specifically, this is around, like, the building. It's like the tracks are fine, I assume.
Yeah, the tracks are not nearly as wet as
because the tracks are all like, wood and steel.
Mm-hmm.
They can deal with rain, and then like the gravel underneath, I assume.
Yeah.
But this just appears to be a lot of water damage, and this seems to be a high volume of. Was this like it had to have been a high volume of water for the entire city to be like busted.
Yeah, this looks like, a high volume of
like this looks like the city was like flooded, and like we are here like at like well afterwards when there were like small remnants of small puddles of water here and there, but for the most part like and it makes sense why the city's abandoned. Everyone jumped ship. Everyone evacuated, I assume.
Because Echo mentioned that he was here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So,
we somehow never heard about this. Somehow. Okay.
Yeah. Odd,
sure.
but sure.
Okay, but
first thing, it's water. There's a lot more of it than there should be, even from your limited knowledge of how science works and things like that. Even cities like this have been built to be rainproof in some way. So this has to be something that like bit at the source, at the coating, effectively rip that off, and then water, real quick oxidation for some reason, go from there.
Yeah. Interesting. Are there any signs that a train has gone through here in the past few weeks or not?
Remind me what your roll was.
The tracks are fine. I rolled a 15 full success.
A 15. Tracks are fine. It looks like, from your guess, trains did, and then they stopped coming through.
Yeah.
Likely due to the fact, either due to nobody being at the station, or they've sort of quote unquote abandoned the track.
Well, I mean, this track, I assume, is the Iron Gate the end of the line here, or like?
No, it continues forward.
It continues in either direction, so a train would have
Right.
had to pass through, if it's still continuing service.
Or they go through a different path, which is probably what your guess is. Like, rather than go through Iron Gate, they go through Insert City here, and then continues from there.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so, the train service has not come through for a while, it looks like.
Yeah, you would,
like,
if
the
you had to take a
infrastructure's
guess,
all
it's
fine.
probably been a week since the last train came in.
Okay. And I assume that doesn't follow whatever schedule is posted somewhere, if there even is a schedule visible.
Yeah, there's a schedule of trains and when they're expected to come and destinations, but clearly it's not following that. If it was, there'd be a train right now to a different location, but a train right now would be there.
Okay. All right.
So the entire city, it looks like, has been abandoned in terms of train schedule, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, cool. Well, I know what I need to know. Time to regroup with Graham, codename Kilo.
Kilo, sure enough, kind of rushes back like at you, like running, like not running, jogging at you, like So, did you notice anything? He's doing this as loud as he can. This voice is now a voice that is expected to be loud.
Yeah. I think Kyle's just gonna nod and just kind of point all around and be like, "It's this city looks like it was flooded, almost."
Yeah, I'm sort of noticing the same thing. It's not quite there. I'm gonna try to give him an extra country accent. Right. So I noticed the same thing. It's kind of odd, honestly. The city should be built to withstand this sort of, massive water damage and other items like that. They've had rainstorms here, floods, and the whole 9 yards.
Maybe it was something deliberate. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so as well. Though what it is, I'm not 100% sure. Someone would have to want to take over the city, basically.
I think Kyle's gonna slowly nod, like, in acknowledgement, and then nod his head over to the exit of the train station.
Exit meaning, like, to
Questioningly.
Like to go back and meet up with everybody? I guess?
Yeah. Because I assume there's nothing, like, we've scattered out this entire train station. Hilo doesn't have any more information than I do, so. Yeah, I think
Gila does pull out something, like he was holding on to. I wanted to know, since you've done your exploring somewhere else, have you noticed something like this? And he pulls out some sort of, I guess, like red tooth. I don't even know if that works. It's some sort of red thing, about the size of like one of your larger fingers or so.
have I seen something like this before?
No, he's asking you.
No, I'm questioning if I don't think I've seen something like this before.
If you haven't, you haven't. This is with your investigation roll, so it's up to you if you know what it is.
I don't think I do.
Okay.
And I think I was just gonna give a shrug and shake his head.
All right. I'll go bring it to the. Let's go back and meet up with the rest. Maybe they'll have an idea of what it is.
I was gonna just give a nod and start moving.
All right, and away you go.
They are here.